All right. All right. Good thing we took puts overnight, right? Ding! Wish I added some more. I was trying to, but I only found two names I like. But two is better than zero, is better than one, is worse than three. Am I live? Am I live? Am I good? Am I good? I'm live! All right. Ladies and gentlemen, how one idea makes everyone money, almost regardless of what you trade. I'm going to share with you exactly how we do that, our precise daily stock levels, our game plan, and yes, my first pending Forex trade of the year, as well as our full stock analysis. I am Mark Melnick, and this is the Newsbeat Show. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Newsbeat Show. I'm going to show you how one idea makes everyone money, and why it's so valuable, especially if you're following a service when you can't trade an individual name. Let's just be honest. Some people like trading individual names, and not everybody's individual name is for every individual. For example, even though I do trade all the names, I'm not really the biggest fan of trading Google, but a lot of people in the room are. But we're going to show you how one idea actually makes everyone money. And when you could call the top and bottom of the market in real time, that makes everyone money. Sounds kind of obvious, right? I'm also going to share with you a stock that I think is going to potentially quadruple in value. And this stock, of course, is going to be for Newsbeat Live members, but I'm going to tell you why the train is coming really soon to a stop. We're going to share with you our game plan Forex and our algorithmic levels, and we have so many great things for you. But first, I would like to say thank you to myself, Mark Melnick, and the T3 Live compliance team. By continuing to watch this video, you hereby agree to not hold Mark Melnick and T3 liable and hold them completely harmless to anything and everything that you might hear, read, see, think about, dream about on this video. And if you do not agree to those terms, kindly exit this video immediately. Well, thank you so much for agreeing that for that. And since you did that for me, how about I do something for you? You know, a little give and take thing we have here. I'm going to go over the algorithmic levels, which I think are important in this market. And maybe we got lucky again. I mean, it just feels like it's almost happening every Newsbeat show, but I have to show you it because it is the most amazing form of chart analysis, as one money manager said to me, that he has ever seen. So, for example, yesterday, the Newsbeat show, I took a time travel machine from today, went back yesterday, recorded a video, and then came back today. And I also went into tomorrow on a time travel machine, and then I'm going to give you those levels today so I can cheat and look at them ahead of time. But what we actually did was we gave you the level of $243 and what was it? 55 cents on the spiders. What were we about less than about approximately a dime off our spider low? Day low of the spiders, 243.67. Huh? How the hell did Mark do that again? Maybe that wasn't impressive for you. We gave you a support on Apple of 145.29 yesterday. It got below the support, so now that trend line acts as resistance if you go up into it. And Apple ran into 145.72 on the most chaotic day in forever in Apple. That was 43 cents off the level. It's almost unbelievably magical, but I think we did did we get lucky again? I think we got lucky again because this Google, we gave you a level, um, what was it, 1023 something? I think it was about $1 away. And again, I honestly I'm a little sick. We'll talk about that in a moment too. And Google level was pinpoint accurate as well. Um, but what I want to talk to you about today is when you are actually, I was a little bit sick today. I gave blood, and I'm actually under the effects of a Benadryl after giving a lot of blood, and that is conjoined with my sleeping habits, which Not a good habit when you have kids. So, um, it's been a little bit of a interesting day for me, but I do want to show you something that you could do that will make you money in every and any situation besides for our algo levels. So, let me let me ask you this. How valuable would it be for you in real time if we took the cues right over here and said the cues are going to explode up right now and the cues bottomed right over here, right before the cues went from 150.40 low to a maximum of 150.147. I'm not saying you caught that whole $1.07, but right over here, we're calling the bottom of the entire market. So from 10:20 to 10:30, and again, there were some trades I did today. I lost on a couple, I made on a few, I made money overall. But I will say that if you do that, look at how your names move between 10:20 and 10:30. And even over here, we called the bottom of Apple. We called the bottom of Apple here. We did a good job in that. And you see between 10:20 and 10:30, it was almost irrelevant of what name you traded. It exploded up. And if you were like some people in the room and traded Amazon, you watched Amazon jump 20 points within that 10-minute span, which is quite phenomenal. And again, I'm not saying you caught 20, maybe you caught 10, maybe you caught 5. But there's a lot of money to be made when you could call the bottom of the market accurately. And that is one of the most important things out there for your success. One thing that a lot of traders notice is that what we don't do here is we don't give you clickbait. And there's a lot of clickbait out there. Again, um, for example, there's traders who are actually um, will post who are down money, who are down money in the last month of trading, but they'll show their P&L that they made whatever, thousand, $10,000, and they'll show it to you. They'll say, "Here, this is what I did today, and they did great, and I'm proud of them." But what you don't see behind the scenes, that there are days that they are not sharing with you, which they lost a lot more money. So when I say consistency is the most important thing, consistency is more important than any big number you will ever see. That's why you want to know what was actually kind of funny was a failed marketing campaign from T3 when they were boasting my seven-figure P&L, my $1 million plus P&L, and I have another $1 million plus P&L, and another $1 million plus P&L, and another $1 million plus P&L. But the reason why it's not marketed is because it's clickbait, it's BS, and it's useless, and it sucks people into a vortex in which they think they're bringing value, when in actuality, they are being showed smoke and mirrors. There's, you know, in terms of actually being a successful trader, consistency is the only important thing. You want to know what brought me from a trader making $200,000 a year to 2 million, $3 million a year? You want to know the big change I made? I stopped caring about the number of my P&L. I stopped caring on any day. There were days I had last year where I was up, you know, just for example, like I'll have a day where I'm up $200 and I couldn't be more thrilled of the way I traded. And then there were days where I was up $60,000 and 50,000 and 70,000 and 45,000 and 52,000, and in a matter of my 20 best days, I pulled in almost $1 million alone. But the key to that was that my biggest losses were like $3,000 and $4,000, and I had way fewer of those days than I had up days. But the problem is when you're a trader here in 2019, try to adapt what I'm showing you here. Stop caring about your P&L. Just care about being right. Doesn't matter if you bought a stock at $50. Let's say you bought a stock at $50 and throughout the day you look in hindsight it ran to $54. What I'm saying, it doesn't matter if you took that stock and you sold it at $50.50. You caught 50 cents. Well, if you held, you would have made another $3.50, and your P&L would have been much bigger. You want to know in the room, even in our room, which again is um, full of the best traders in the industry from what I have seen. Like on average, the trader in the Newsbeat live room is far more successful than every other room out there, and I would bet my money on it. And I'll take the Pepsi challenge every day of the week. You want to know what changed all these Newsbeat live, all these success stories that we have in a room? They stopped caring about the P&L. They did not care if they were up 100, 1,000, or $10,000 because they all know there's going to come days where my conviction level balloons through the ceiling and I smack the living you know what out of it. The beautiful thing, too, is utilizing our strategies, you don't need a lot of buying power. There are a lot of traders out there who'll short, 10,000 shares of a $50 stock. And, while certain traders can afford that luxury, most traders don't have $500,000 in buying power to short 10,000 shares of a $50 stock. And honestly, if you're managing your money properly, you're not putting all your buying power behind a trade. You would want to put maybe, if you're on margin, like a big trade, like 15, 20%. So when you see some of these traders, you know, and they'll make 7, 8, 10 grand, and they'll show you something like along those lines, you have to realize they have like 3, $4 million in P&L. Excuse me, not 3, $4 million. They wish they had 3, $4 million in P&L. They have 3, $4 million in buying power. And buying power, you could get crazy buying power if you're consistent on Wall Street and if you put up enough money and if you come from a privileged family who helps you set up your account within that matter. You can have the buying power, obviously, to short these number of shares. But what I consider success is putting myself in the trenches with you guys. Yes, I have more buying power than the majority of people, the vast majority. I guess, part of that 1% when it comes to day trading buying power. But at the same time, you should be able to make money and show how you can make money to the guy with a small $10,000 account, let's say. So with that being said, options really help propel us to that level. Calling the bottom in the market is quite an interesting thing because we do it quite consistently and we do it with the algo levels almost every day. So I just wanted, instead of showing you every angle of where we caught the market, like you might say, okay, Mark, you called the bottom of the market here at 1020, you had a bounce, great. Okay, Mark, beautiful. You called the dead bottom of Apple right there at 142.08, right before it rallied much higher. Well, how did you do it, Mark? How did you do it? And when you're looking at like how I did it, I could tell you there's a statistical frequency when stocks are underneath the exponential 8 moving average on a large gap down on a down day, that when they put out a bottoming green candle, no matter where it closed, especially after 3 red bars of elevated volume, you tend to get a bounce. Now, if I talk to you like that, you'd be like, what the hell did he just say? What the hell was that? What do you, wait, say that slower again? That is why it's important to have an experienced set of eyes on the market, which will allow you to catch these things, catch these scalps, and create alpha in a day where it's very chaotic. And again, traders in a room who will make 50 to 100 grand on a day like today. There are traders in a room who will make 50 to $100 on a day like today. And what I'm telling you is your goal every day should be to make smart, successful trades. And a successful trade is one in which you have a green P&L. And that is the only important thing of trading. Now let's talk about, so here's the thing for you, a lot of people reading my 2019 report, I spoke to somebody who told me they're up 20% on a position that we spoke about, and a lot of you guys and pretty much everybody in the room. Could you imagine everybody in the room joining on a single idea and a single position unified? We're up money, swinging long a stock in this market. With the type of positions we likely have, and I'm not counting anybody's shares, I believe that we might get to the point where we might get a board seat on the company. It's not that big of a company at the moment, relatively. It's not a multi-billion dollar company by any stretch of the imagination. But what I will tell you this is you're going to have a window of opportunity. Something is coming out next week called the Computer Electronics Show, CES, and it's going to be held next Wednesday to next Friday. You need to be part of this name. If your name was Mark Melnick, I would never tell you to buy or sell any security. But here's the thing. If you are part of the Newsbeat live room, not only do you get access to the symbol in my research report, you get to be part of a unique opportunity where I have a high conviction idea. That alone, if you ask anybody, will pay for will pay maybe even for a lifetime of your services to our room, even if you don't do any other trade. This is a high conviction idea that I have. I will tell you, over my lifetime, I've had five high conviction ideas. This is the fifth. Five high conviction ideas in my lifetime as a trader. I'm going on my 20th year. This is an opportunity that does not come often. And there's a reason why I know people and have friends who are worth, with a B, billions and billions of dollars. Now, what I'm going to tell you is the same thing that I'm going to tell them. They don't get access to this stock. Come Wednesday morning, I'm going to disclose my research report and my stock that I'm picking on my research report to my friends who want to get involved, and they don't really care where they get involved. They don't care if they buy a stock at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, $10. As long as it goes up, it is a very cheap name, um, dollar wise compared to most stocks. And what I am telling you now is being part of the Newsbeat Live Room gives you full access to this report. It is a very unique report. I implore you, before it is too late, to garner access to this report by becoming a Newsbeat Live member. Not only are we going to give you the top and bottoms of the market, not only are we going to share with you how to make money consistently in real time, better than anyone else out there. Not only are you going to be surrounded with traders whose P&Ls are the traders who blow my P&L out of the water in my room, blow it out like poof. Traders who are much larger than me. They're traders who are much smaller than me. And you get to surround yourself with some of the best ladies and gentlemen in the entire industry. You get to surround yourself with that. So, again, think about it, because this is a once, a, to me, a 5 and 20-year opportunity. Since I joined T3, I've had zero, one now, high conviction idea since I rejoined T3. Since I rejoined T3 back in 2015, 16, 15, one. And it's an opportunity. Honestly, to me, it is not priceless, but it's worth, depending on your buying power, it's worth a lot of money. This type of information does not come out often, and this type of information is going to take the world by storm. It combines a lot of geopolitical events that happen and shows you the company that's going to take advantage of it the best. So I implore you to keep an eye on that. Overnight, I'm going to start sharing my overnight list every day. So what we did was we opened up Celgene puts, and again, I do go higher in my other accounts. I do go higher in my other accounts. We paid $1.05. Some people actually paid $1 here. So I just wanted to show you this account. This was an account where I put myself in the trenches with $10,000. It's my charity Robinhood account. And I just want to show you how these swing trades are working. Maybe some of you guys don't want to follow the crappy broadcaster who just, takes, shorts and takes advantage of, chaining in short calls with an order in the room. Maybe you want to actually do well in your swing trading account. Maybe you don't want to follow that swing trading service which lured you in with tremendous numbers but didn't actually show you the millions of dollars required to produce those numbers, the millions of dollars backing it to have even, dare I say, the cojones to put that number. Look, if somebody is betting $500,000 on stocks, logically they need 3 million, 2 to 3 million in buying power to justify it. Nobody's going to put 100% of their money behind anything. So what I'm showing you with this account, despite the fact that my other accounts are much larger for swing, is I'm showing you that even with the most modest, smallest account, you can be a successful swing trader. And what we do with all these trades, the importance of it, and again, if you took our Celgene, you're up probably 40% of your money. We took it right at the end of the day on Celgene. You get it in real time, 3:32 p.m. Trying Celgene put spread, small. Bought $80 puts, sold $75 puts, price paid $1.05. You get all this information in real time. Right now, it's currently worth, um, it's currently showing at $1.40 at the moment. It's currently showing at $1.40. Um, again, from $1.05 to $1.40, that is definitely a huge opportunity. We're going to be continuing to show you how to build your account slowly, consistently, effectively. And I'm going to prove to you that even if you're working a second job by being part of the Newsbeat live service and just being part of our Twitter, which comes as part of your service, you get everything. Again, it's like an all-you-can-eat buffet. Whether you want to use the room, the Newsbeat Live levels, the Twitter, just one, just two, just three, just one. Maybe in the future you want to do it, you still pay one low price. So we actually, I think I saw like 40 extra people who signed up after the new year, but we still have people flooding in to our rooms now, and there's a reason why we're growing faster than every room in T3. I mean, combined probably. I mean, I don't know. I don't see the numbers. That is just my guess. But there's a reason why we have the most explosive growth out there, and it's because we actually bring results to every trader. It's not just about bringing results to one or two trader. We're trying to bring results to every single trader, and the majority of traders will find that value of success by being part of our program here. So continue the good work, guys. Again, once you turn consistent, making money is easy. I made money every single day this year. Haha. Well, that's kind of funny considering the lack of trading days this year. Two of them, two for two. But you'll see the value in that. Okay, do you guys want my algo levels for tomorrow? I time traveled tomorrow, and then I came back today so I could cheat and give you the accurate levels because I just seems like I'm always getting lucky. I don't know what it is. So what I did was I picked, some $3 and $4 stocks that I want you to short because I love dump and pumping inside my room, and I like to get traders involved in, small market cap $3 names, short it, and then act like I know what I'm talking about. So I decided to share with you these little $3 and $4 names for tomorrow. Um, Small companies, not sure if you ever heard of them. Q, Spiders, IWM, Facebook, Apple. Apple, what is that? Is that like a fruit company? Amazon, they must sell like timber and rainforest equipment. And of course, you have a Google, which is one with, what is it, a million zeros or 1,000 zeros? You know, good for measuring the distance, between stars in our galaxy. So there you go. There are tomorrow's levels today. I time traveled all the way back 24 hours so I could share these levels with you and then, tell you how accurate we were on Sunday because we time traveled into the future. But here are tomorrow's levels today. You might be pleased to know that I actually have Forex. Hooray! There's actually Forex. And I did a bad job snipping it. I know Monica's gonna wanna. I know Monica's like this. Oh God, why do I deal with this Melnick kid? He's so hard to look at, but if he wasn't such a good soul and a good human being, it's the only reason why I do this for him. Here is my first Forex entry of the year. No, I shall you pay an alpha Celtic $3 name. None of that. Here I have a short order. Here's my size in US standard lots. Great Britain pound US dollar. I put my order in right here. Here's the thing, if you're watching this video, you have to sort of put this order in immediately. That's the only way you could do it. Again, I'm a little bit woozy. I'm on a Benadryl. I gave 3 ounces more of blood than I have in my entire body. It's not physically possible, but I managed to do it. Here's our stop loss. Here's our take profit. Just want to show you our algo levels again. Again, copy them down, screenshot them. They're good for tomorrow. It's been a chaotic environment, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a true chaotic environment, but we're going to survive this. And when the news flow comes, I know I'm going to have quarter to $500,000 months and more quarter to $500,000 months. And as I said, my goal is to make a lot of money this year. My stock of the year from last year was a success. The one from last year is a success. Every time I shared my favorite stock of the year, not only did it completely outperform, but it completely outperform. It didn't completely not just outperform probably your entire portfolio, short of you holding a penny stock and watching it like quadruple, I guess. But you outperformed the entire market. So again, um, being part of the Newsbeat live service gets you access to that. I will be, as of next week, probably disclosing that. Time is of the essence. I would look to get it in earlier than later because it's going to be a point where you're going to want, potentially a better price if the stock starts moving after the computer electronics show. So definitely keep an eye on that. And now, of course, game plan. Our game plan? Yeah, let's look at our game plan. Um, the game plan name I'm giving you guys is Bristol Myers for a short. Really good name here today for a lot of us. 4430 will be your breakdown level in BMY. We caught a nice short in it, but 4430 will be yesterday's low. Will be your breakdown level. Look for it to follow through to the downside again. We are in Celgene puts, which are up money at the moment. A put spread, which is currently working. I think there's a good chance Celgene also breaks tomorrow's low. The one we gave you from yesterday was for the break of $41. You hit 39.16. Nice little trade here in the morning, and it flushed through really hard. Gave you that really nice, quick, beautiful money trade right there on MYOK. So definitely watch BMY in Celgene to break tomorrow's low. I also want to mention Apple now that people are asking about it. I'm getting the question all the time, Mark, when are you going to buy Apple? Mark, when are you going to buy Apple? I'm going to buy Apple when I'm ready to buy Apple, is the honest answer. It's not up to me whether I buy Apple. See, so many people get pigeonholed into thinking, if I want to buy Apple, just buy Apple. That's not how it works. The market gets to tell you where you want to buy it. And when you actually start getting good at predicting bottoms, predicting tops of the market, we are going to hit Apple. We're going to hit a home run in Apple. And I'm telling you that right now. I'm currently not long or short one share of Apple. But one thing you need to look for tomorrow, look for the break of 142 in Apple. That was today's low. Apple currently has no support till, you ready? You're ready? 129.23. Apple has no support until there. So thank you. I know that I'm on a Benadryl. I am phenomenally sick. And instead of getting rest and laying in bed, like my loved ones and room members implore me to do, I had to time warp back into the future to give you the algo levels tomorrow so I could look intelligent yet another day when I do a Newsbeat show and I could say, look, guys, we called the bottom of the spiders. How cute is that? Um, so we're going to go into our full stock analysis. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a reason why Hedge fund managers and money managers swear and preach that the Newsbeat Live Room is the largest, fastest growing trading room in the nation. Happy trading, make money. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the Newsbeat live trading broadcast, and Sunday at 12 o'clock p.m. for the Newsbeat Live Evolutionary Gathering, and Sunday night at 7:30 for the next Newsbeat show. Have a wonderful, blessed, lovely evening.